All right, Shalom. I'd like to start up saying, Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Harikak Wadash, my Ma. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, my elder Heroine as well. Salutations to the icon that are pushing this truth, sincerity, and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, I'm Khanak Sa'an by Yashar from the Lions of the Yashar camp. And this is another Lions Den News and Prophecy. So you know how we go. All right, let's get it. This is Second Ezra 15:1. It says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written on paper, because they are faithful and true. And they are faithful and true, man. You know. And how about Shai says, His word shall not return unto him void, man. But the thing that he says shall be done. All right, today we're going into this article right here that says satellite photos show how Russia is building up five of its secret nuclear bases. See that? They're building up an arsenal against this place, man. Getting ready for war. What the scripture says, sound of battle is in the land of great destruction. And where's that great destruction going to be? Against America. All right, it says Russia has been upgrading and modernizing several nuclear bases for its European and Pacific forces. Business Insider obtained new satellite images that show the major construction at the sites. These newer expansions offer clues about the Kremlin's plans for its arsenal and nuclear posture, right? To blow stuff up. It says recent satellite images reviewed by Business Insider show extensive construction of secret facilities shrouded in fences and defended by covered guard posts in recent years at sites associated with Russia's nuclear facility. The images captured by the United States satellite imaging company Planet Labs were taken in May and June. Leading analysts who study Russia's nuclear forces told by that the photos show new structures, roadworks, and modifications, with some sites undergoing rapid expansion. These modernizations efforts offer clues about what about Moscow's hold on. These modernizations offer clues about Moscow's plans and contingencies for its nuclear forces, and amid the high tensions across Europe, stoked by the Kremlin's all-out war against Ukraine, which they're just protecting themselves from the West. The West would have stayed West, Russia would have never really invaded Ukraine. All right, it says the Kremlin has often tried to intimidate the West by threatening to use its nuclear warheads, and has been doing so more recently in attempts to deter support for Ukraine. And keep saying you keep helping them out, we're gonna we're gonna send some nukes your way, mainly America. There are two primary threats here. Hans Christensen, director of Nuclear Information Project at the Federation of American Scientists, said of the photograph these expansions, one is an internal one that has to do with something you do every once in a while to upgrade a facility. The other one is certainly the interaction with other nuclear states or big military powers. Mm. It says, with Russia land and air forces depleting in the war, other analysts have theorized that Moscow may try to reconstitute its might by relying on older military pillars from the Soviet era, which which such as mass mobilization and nuclear weapons. They still got a lot of their older style equipment that they can use off the grid. If there was an EMP, like a global EMP that shut a lot of the grid down, they would still be able to operate because they still got military equipment that can operate off sonar. That doesn't have to be linked to the grid and system. See that? So Russia's gearing up for something, and who's giving them the power to do it? Yahweh by Shimei Shai. It says it says the U.S. is also comprehensively modernizing its nuclear triad, including overhauling its ground-launched missiles by replacing its Cold War era Minuteman III with the Sentinel intercontinental ballistic missile. All of these upgrades are being rolled out as nuclear tensions worsen against the backdrop of the Ukraine war and China's own arsenal buildup. Right, the China building their stuff up too to really probably go into to Taiwan because they want to annex Taiwan. It's like how uh Russia wanted to annex Ukraine. It's all about the getting what's once was theirs back. All right. It said Russia is known to have the world's largest nuclear arsenal, with the with the bulletin of the atomic scientists estimating in June that Moscow holds about 4,300 active warheads. The U.S., meanwhile, is estimated to maintain a stockpile of 3,700 active warheads. This this is a detailed look at the construction at Russian nuclear sites and why experts believe it's a continued sign of growing nuclear competition. Oh shoot, didn't mean to do that. Sloppy. All right, Schlakia. Says the four European sites include Aspo Aspovici, which hosts is Belarusian ammunition base, and Kaliningrad, a Russian exclave on the Baltic Sea. The image also captures activity by the God damn Gladysyevo naval base, which is near Norway and Finland, as well as Novia Zemla archipelago, which divides the Barents and Kara Sea. It says the first base is in Oskopolchi, a strategic city in central Belarus, a former Soviet state that was closely aligning itself with Russian President Vladimir Putin. When Russia invaded Ukraine in February 22, it surged troops into Kiev region from Belarus. It says, all right, this is going into, okay, it's going into where all these different bases are located. All right, first base is in Belarus. This is the second base. Wait, is that the second base? Okay, this is the second one right here. It says 5 miles east of the city of Povosy is the Bolgarian 1,405th ammunition base. This image shows a zoom out of the base before significant work was taken to build what imagine imagery analysts believe are nuclear storage facilities. It says Putin and Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko have both publicly said that the latter's countries would be the most Russian nuclear would be able to host Russian nuclear weapons, widely seen as a potential counter to the United States hosting its own nukes in Europe. Oh, it says so. Yeah, so they're putting staging. It's like how America has nuclear weapons staged all over the place. Russia's doing the same thing. It says analysts such as Christensen are much interested in the northern corner of the base, which is already guarded by the base perimeter. By May 21st, 2025, it was clear that a new facility with additional security had been built in the northern corner of the base. One thing they have done is they have put a parameter up that consists of 3 layers of fencing, and the middle layer is more enhanced. Christensen told BI. The entrance at the southern corner of the facility is covered likely for guards to inspect trucks while out of sight from satellites. The thermonuclear warheads stored at such sites would likely be tactical nukes, which are more probable and create vastly smaller explosions and fallout. A single warhead would be roughly the size of a small oven and weigh about 450 to 650 pounds. All right, so this is just going over the different types of bases that they have, where they're located. I'll put the video. I'll put this. I don't read this whole article. I'll put the article in the description box if anybody wants to take some time and read it. But what's happening is the Lord's setting up a perimeter around Babylon, getting the stage set and get ready to take this place down, man. You know, let's get a couple scriptures going into it. It says, this is Jeremiah 50 and 35. It says, a sword is upon the Chaldeans. It's talking about um Americans, Esau, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes and her wise men, right? Your presidents, your upper military leaders, your scientists. It says, a sword is upon the liars, they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. Right. So all the military is going to be dismayed when that sword comes upon this place, man. A sword is upon their horses, upon, upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her. They shall come down as a woman. They should become as a woman. That's why everybody gonna be scared when the judgment of the Lord, when the sword comes down on this place, these missiles. A sword is upon her treasures, and they that be robbed, and they shall be robbed. Mm. shall be for booties unto thee, a spoil. It says, a drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is a land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols, man. That's why the Lord is going to destroy this place, man. It says, therefore, the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there, and owls shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited ever, neither shall it be dwelled in from generation to generation. So that's what's ultimately going to happen to this place. That's why the Lord is building up his arsenal. You know, it says, Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, said the Lord. So shall no man man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Nobody's going to do. be left to these places, just like swamp desert animals. That's it. It says, behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. Right. That's going into a lot of stuff like that. Going to the nation coming from the north. The people shall come from the north, Russia, um, and a great nation. All right. And many kings shall be roused up. Russia gonna bring a band of people, but but the Lord's gonna rise up all these kings of the earth against this place. That's what it says in Isaiah chapter 14. That wake up the kings of the earth to come against this place, man. All right. Verse 42. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Right. Ain't nobody gonna spare this place, man. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, everyone put in array, like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. And that's America. These missiles gonna be racing to this place, man. These glaciers are gonna be lined up round about, ready to strike this place down, man. Bend the bow and shoot the arrow. All right, so that's what Russia's doing is for a purpose, and what's influencing them doing to do this is Yahweh Shimi Al Shai. All right. So Lord, willing, this lesson edify and serve perfect for hope and elect the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh Shimi Al Shai. With that, I'd like to say, Call Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harikak Wadash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great most honor my elder Herod as well. Salutations to the archangel that are pushing the truth, sincerity, truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name, Yahweh Shemi Shai. Shalom.